Please welcome to the stage, Mike Zakarian.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Fight Night in the NBA. One of the few nights that I made the thumbnail ahead of time. We just had absolute chaos last night. I probably could have benefited from waiting to do the thumbnail till this morning. We had Naz Reid going at Mo Gay. We had Beef Stew standing up for women around the world against domestic abuse and taking on Miles Bridges. We had a little bit of everything last night. We're going to go over it all. We're going to have some fun. We get some Tatum updates. More importantly, though, like the stream. Is it more importantly? I guess. Like the stream, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet. Podcast listeners, give it a review. Who do we got? Who do we got in the chat? Yeah, just another Monday in Charlotte. We got Regulator here. Magikarp in there. Common Man, happy birthday to Marvelous Christy Max and three-point shootout legend Bobby Portis. Ooh, did my mic just like pop? Yeah, Sunjay Rich, dude. Dude, apologies to Sunjay Rich. Our guy Jay Rich. Jay Rich was sweating out a dog bowl entry. And then Gumby and Klingon came in strong and scooped them in, but a good run at it. We got Stubbs in the chat. Stubbs is here for the Cavs talk. We got Aaron in the chat. Snoop Loop National Flannel Day. Listen, Marco, I know what we're trying to hear. Where we say, let's go NBA biters. I think you mean bitters, but NBA biters is fine too. We're all biters today. We're all biters. Although maybe that's what he meant because it was fight night. And we got Botavine in the chat. Love to see it. We got to start with the fights. I bookmarked a ton of tweets. We had just chaos, man. The Charlotte-Detroit game did not disappoint. The only thing I would have changed is not throwing out Jalen Duren. I think Jalen Duren, I felt like, did not need to get thrown out. And what I thought was incredible, for those that tune in regularly, if you have been here, if you have been watching the show and you tune in during the stuff of, like, you know, when we talk about Old Man Hoops, which we have a game on Thursday, get ready. But in Old Man Hoops, I told you a couple weeks ago that we had a fight, right? And the game got canceled. And it was because somebody got their face mushed. And apparently, if you mush someone's face, shit goes crazy. And as I pull it up here, that's exactly what happened. This is a Dan Devine tweet. You mush someone's face, and shit gets real. And this is what led to all of the chaos last night. You just can't mush a guy's face. You just can't mush a guy's face. We got Snoop Loop, second day in a row, 5 out of 6 props. Man, and it just went nuts. It went nuts, and this is the exact thing that happened in our game a few weeks back. But yeah, it was just all chaos after this, man. It was all chaos after this. Let's go through some of these bookmarks here. And let's just have some fun. Let's just have some. Well, no, we'll save that one. Let's find the first one here. This is the Moose is loose. This is what started it all. Shout out Winky for tweeting out this video.
For a good defensive team, and Duren is fouled. And oh my goodness! And Moose is upset.
My favorite is the Miles Bridges beef stew happening. Because it just appears out of nowhere, man.
I have never seen Moose Deontay like this.
Just kind of appears out of nowhere. Man, Miles Bridges must have confused Isaiah Stewart with his girlfriend.
This is out of control.
Also, if you were ever to pick a guy to go after, man, unbelievable. Unbelievable. And it just kept going.
He was on the bench and he came out just to draw a fight.
I love the Hornets announcer trying to blame Beef Stew for that. Also, just a great quote from Beef Stew. We got a bunch of other clips to go through, but a great quote from Beef Stew after the game. Or I don't know if it was like an official quote or if it was an official quote or if he said it as he was going. Damn it! Now I thought I had it saved. He basically said, basically was like, I'm Beef Stew. What do you think they have me here for? It was just incredible. It was just incredible. Like, of course I'm going to fight. Of course I'm going to fight. I'm Beef Stew, baby. There's a couple more clips we need to get into from this one. Let's see. This is with Cold Stone music being added, which I think is great.
Oh, yeah! That's Austin!
And if you listen closely, it does kind of sound like the Hornets announcer. Like, you could hear Collins yelling like that, right? It's just incredible, man. Incredible. And, like, every clip just, I think that, were those the only ones that I had saved from that one? Yeah. Just every clip got better and better in that one. You know what that makes me think? The Hornets are here for real. The Hornets, we could bet on two things. The Hornets are going to make the playoffs. Not only they're going to make the playoffs, the bet is going to be they're going to win at least 2 games in the first round, if not a series. I'm all in on them. I'm all in on the Hornets. The other thing we can bet on right now is that the Pistons are going to get in a fight in the playoffs. Like, there's just no way. There's just no way they don't. This was a fun game, though, man. Detroit on the road gets the win, 110-104. You had Jalen Duren was hooping, too, before he got tossed. In 25 minutes, had 15 and 5. Cade was great, man. 33, 9, and 7 in this one. 33, 9, and 7. Good stuff from Cade Cunningham. Then you had B-Ball Paul off the bench. We need to make a ranking. I should have done this ahead of time. Just rank our top, 5 bench dudes of all time. Paul Reed's got to be up there. And I'm not talking like, Manu Ginobili. Like, no shit. I'm talking about in the mud. Paul Reed. I love B-Ball Paul. He comes in and just hoops a little bit. They needed him because they threw out both of their centers. Miles at POS, he got tossed in this game. So did Musa, of course. Brandon Miller had 24 in this one. LaMelo with 24 and 4. Connie got 20 and 5. And then Grant Williams had to play mega minutes. But just a fun game, man. Just a fun game. And I'm here for it. I'm here for this chaos. More rivalries, more physicality. I like it. Now, you would think that would be the only fight of the night, because why are we getting 2 fights? Apparently, Naz Reid is, I don't know how woke Naz Reid is, because he went after Mo Gay last night in a way that was unacceptable. So here we go. This is whose tweet am I sharing here? This is from Kevin Choinard, who said doing tonight's undercard in reverse order, Mo Gay versus Naz Reid. Here we go. No volume on this one. You just see it. So it starts like this. Whatever. This happens, and then here we go. Forearm shivers. We're holding jerseys now. Everybody's just holding jerseys. Hold on. We got to go back. Who is that man? There was a man in there that got absolutely cooked in this. Hold on. Let's scrub back. Who is that? So Gabe Vincent, welcome to the Hawks. Is that Corey Kiss? No. It's Jock Landell. Oh, look at Jock Landell trying to get the low position there, low center of gravity, trying to scoop down low, but he just kind of disappears. Goes down on his knees, and now he's just scrambling. There he is. There's Jock. Oh my God, look at the reaction of Jock as he gets up here. He's like, the fuck did I sign up for? Look at this one more time. Jock. Jock's like, how dare you? And this keeps going. And you know what? I don't know if this just stemmed from Minnesota being dog crap the last couple of games, but that turned it around. Jock got scratched all on his neck because of it. Yeah, man, that was crazy. Caruso was bumping his gums pregame too. Oh, really? I totally missed that. But yeah, Jock went down. Surprised Jeff Teague wasn't in that video. That's just Aussie behavior. Man. So anyways, Minnesota, let's just do that game now. Minnesota finally gets a W, and I want to shout out Chris Finch here. Because what I love about the Timberwolves, this is how bad they've been playing lately. They were up huge this whole game, right? So they outscored them by 7 in the first quarter and then by 18. What's that math? 25 at halftime? 25 at halftime, 19 going into the fourth, and they still played their starters full minutes. Ant played 38 minutes and Julius Randle played 39. Hey, how about Orange Julius with a little trippy dub, 18, 12, and 10. Jaden at 18, Rudy at 18 and 6, Dante just 10 and 4, but Ant had 36 and 6, and then Io 30 minutes off the bench, and I think that's something to monitor here. I mean, Bones got squeezed a little bit to 15, but I think those minutes mostly came from Dante DiVincenzo, and Io was hooping 9 for 13 from the field, 21 points in his 30 minutes. That is again, that might be the pickup of the deadline, man. I really like the fit for him, and I just again, like, I think the biggest issue with Minnesota was the guard play. And, you know, Dante, I like Dante as a piece, but it's nice to not have to rely on Dante for 38 minutes, you know? Galactic saying Io moved like prime D Rose. What a comp. Prime D Rose. But anyways, good win for Minnesota there. That was great. Before we get into the rest of last night's stuff, because I wanted to do this by order of importance, and we had to start with the two fights. But before that, yeah, Harden. Well, no, Harden is the Harden is the regular season move of the deadline. We could do let's do Cleveland, Denver right now, because I told you this was going to happen. This again, yes. This is a great win for Cleveland. This is a great win for Cleveland. They had a good road win. Jared Allen has been fitting in nice, right? It's like 3 consecutive solid performances from him. Jamal Murray fouls Donovan Mitchell in a tie game with like less than a second left. Spida goes to the line, knocks down both free throws, curtains, right? Cavs win 119-117. Spida, 32 points and 10 dimes. Harden, 22, 10, and 7. That was great. And then Tyson, who was questionable, poured in 16 off the bench. And I mentioned J.A. with 22 and 13. Jamal had 17, 11, and 8 in this one. Jokic in 33 minutes, 22, 14, and 11, but 7 turnovers. They had good defense on him last night. Cam Johnson, 10 points. CB gave him 20. Julian Strawther had 15 points in the first quarter. Just crazy stuff from old Strawther. We were a year too early on the Strawther position. But yeah, Cavs, man, this is a really, really good win. Not taking anything away from them at all. I just want to say that the writing was on the wall here for the Cavs to go on a run before this deadline. They were already, like 8-2 in their last 10. They do swap Harden for Garland. Garland's not even playing. But for the Cavs to continue to collect these W's here. Also, Cleveland has the third softest schedule the rest of the way out. Cleveland is going to be the 2 seed as we head into the postseason. It's happening. It is happening. They are going to be the 2 seed. And then, can we all just, let's do us a favor. Let's evaluate the trade after the second round of the postseason. Okay? Because if the Cavs don't get to the finals, I'm not even saying the Eastern Conference Finals because I don't believe they'll get there. If they don't get to the finals, then it's a failure. They have to do it now. Because now they're going to have to pay Harden. Mobley gets more expensive. Spida gets cranky. All right? I'm just saying right now. Because what's going to end up happening, the chat, dude, you don't want the Hornets playing the Cavs, though? Tough matchup for them? Yeah, I want the Hornets playing the Cavs. Because this is what I'm saying. Charlotte, get to the 7-8 game, win the 7-8 game. Give me Cleveland, Charlotte in the first round. No, Power Duster, I totally agree. But they turned a 26-year-old into a 36-year-old. So I'm just saying. Let's wait till the postseason. But Harden did hoop last night. He was good. And I do think like Spida is on this run right now. He's playing really, really good ball, and to do this without Mobley, like, I think there are a lot of I think the thing that's benefiting Cleveland right now is I don't trust anybody in the Eastern Conference. So I think they can win just about any matchup right now. Power Dusher said, I'll hitch my wagon to Harden over Garland because it seems like him and Mitchell actually vibe. Yeah, again, until the postseason. Harden and Embiid vibed. Harden and Kawhi vibed. Harden and Russ, Harden and CP3. Like, we've been here before. We've been here before. And in February and March, it's like, oh my God, hashtag hard on. Did you see those pocket passes, though? Actually, there's been a report. James Harden has been staying after practice, and he's been working with Zubats. And now the report's going to be like, ooh, he's been staying after practice, working with Jared Allen. The chemistry is good. Check it in the playoffs, baby. Check it in the playoffs, okay? Then we'll get there. All right, let's go to the headline stuff. The headline stuff. Let's do it. Embiid legend no-shower. Kawhi legendary not available. Oh my God. You're right. Let's give Harden a pass. Me personally, I actually think Harden's a good postseason player. I don't need evidence. I'm Aaron Rodgers. All right, let's go to the Tatum stuff here. Let's go to the Tatum stuff. Wait, what do you? Harden doesn't need to. Again, if he could do it in the postseason, we wouldn't be having this conversation. He's been in the league forever. He had so many opportunities. All he had to do, again, Josh Smith had more of a postseason presence than James Harden on the Rockets. I'm just saying, you got to do it. Yeah, he's been a number two in the last couple of roles, too. And now he's paired up with Donovan Mitchell, who famously you can count on to score 30 points in a playoff loss. All right, let's do some Jason Tatum stuff because the pride of Boston got some good news today. Yesterday. We got some fun news. I play for the team. The Celtics went out there, and this was the notification we got. Here we go. We're going to read it like that sloppy-ass AI-generated commercial from Donkeys with Benny Affleck, just a garbage pile. Here we go. Jason motherfucking Tatum will be assigned to participate in portions of the main Celtics practice with the Arbach Center this afternoon. Only thing better than the Boston Celtics? The Portland Celtics. Following this practice, Tatum will immediately be recalled to the Boston Celtics where he will continue his rehab process. Not only that, the Celtics sent down Ugo and Amari Williams so that he had some high-level NBA talent to play with him in practice. And so for those that don't know, they basically use this kind of like the minor leagues, right? So when, you see this happen with pitchers a lot in the MLB, somebody will get hurt, they'll go down, do a rehab stint. And then you see, and like they get a couple of rotations in. Maybe it's just one pitching performance, maybe it's two, whatever. See what they got, bring them back up. So I really do think we're looking at early March that Tatum's going to return. And again, for the Celtics to have held water or tread water, maybe not held, I don't know, held. But it sounds like you've got the Celtics play the Chicago Bulls tomorrow. And then they play, they were, regulators said how far away is Boston, G League team from Boston? Portland, Maine. So it's like a couple hours, but the Auerbach Center, I believe they practice in Boston, I think. Or that Auerbach Center is in Boston. But anyways, so they play the Bulls tomorrow night, then they go on the All-Star break. Then they have a big West Coast trip. They start post-All-Star break. I think it's like Golden State, Lakers, Denver. I might be forgetting one more. I thought it was like a 4-game road trip. Then they come back. And I believe they host Brooklyn, and then I think it's Dallas on Friday, March 6th or something like that. I might have skipped ahead. I might have skipped a couple of games there. But I think that weekend of March 6th, March 8th, we could see, as early as that, we could see Jason Tatum return. And the Celtics are in this interesting spot here in the Eastern Conference because, again, like we were saying, it's wide open. I think the Cavs are going to storm past them here. Hold on, I'm going to pull something else up too. But I think they're going to storm past them. So the Cavs are a game and a half back, and then the Knicks and the Celtics are two teams. Like they're both 5.5 back from the Pistons. I don't think anybody is catching Detroit. Detroit's like legit. But with the Cavs right there, if we go look at strength of schedule, I know we've done this a couple of times, but I looked at it a little bit more closely this morning. Oh wait, I thought I just pulled it up. Where is it? I thought I just pulled it up. Hold on one second. If we go do it. All right, there it is. Sorry. I got too many tabs. Jake Lowell in the chat saying the Cavs are going to win the East. I mean, they could. All right, so if we go look at the strength of schedule here, The Celtics and the Knicks, fifth and I thought it was. Where are the Knicks? I could have sworn the Knicks were right there. Oh, wait, am I? Yeah, okay. I guess I read that wrong this morning. Anyway, Celtics have the fifth most challenging schedule the rest of the way out. Win percentage is .516. Detroit right behind them, and then Toronto right behind them. So the 3 seed, the 1 seed, and I think the 5 seed all have like 3 of the toughest schedules the rest of the way out, okay? Then there's a big drop off to the Knicks, who have the 17th toughest schedule the rest of the way out. But then you go all the way down. The Cavs' average win percentage the rest of the way out is .468. They've got a game against OKC, 2 against Detroit, 1 against both the Knicks and the Celtics, or all of the Knicks, Celtics, Lakers, and 76ers. But they've got 2 against the Wiz, 2 against the Nets, 2 against the Mavs, Jazz, Pellies, and Pacers. So Cleveland has just kind of a clear path here the rest of the way out. I don't see them snatching first. I think what we're going to see is, I think we're going to see it go Detroit and Cleveland. I really think Detroit is just very good at basketball. But I do think after that, I do think it's going to go, there's going to be some version, I think, of Detroit 1, Cleveland 2, and then some version of Knicks and Celtics 3, 4. And then I think Raptors and Sixers in 5, 6 right behind it. But I don't know what to make of the Tatum return. I don't. Because, again, if you are able to get Tatum back for 28 minutes a game, right? Maybe that's even too much. Maybe it's just like 26 minutes a game, 24 minutes a game. And whether he's starting or coming off the bench, but if you're getting 80 to 85% Jason Tatum, obviously, this isn't a hot take, but that changes the ceiling of this Celtics team that's already been just surpassing expectations. Because all of a sudden, you're asking these role players to do role player shit instead of what they've been doing now, right? So you look at the starting 5, you roll out, again, assuming Tatum can play 26 minutes, whatever. You roll out Kate at the 5, Tatum at the 4, JB at the 3, I'm sorry. JB at the 2. Sam Hauser still in the starting lineup at the 3, and then Derek White playing the point guard, right? That's your starting 5, and now you have Peyton Pritchard and Vooch playing the most minutes off the bench, right? They're still going to be in that 30 to 20, whatever the heavy usage role is for the second unit that has like a real offensive punch. Both of those guys, too, interchangeable, could come into the starting lineup, but assuming that's your 7, and then your 8th guy is like whatever you get from Ugo that night. Whatever you get from Jordan Walsh that night. Baylor Shireman, who legit has been coming on strong as a role player. Again, you don't want to play in 30 minutes, but can come in there and do stuff. I don't know. Power Duster said, so what was that last report from Tatum last week? Wasn't that from a good source saying he wasn't coming back? I think I think it was misinterpreted. Because there was no one around Boston, because after that report came out, almost everybody that covers the Celtics refuted that. All of the beat reporters did. I mean, anybody that was connected refuted that take. So I don't know if it was just the clip from that Ryan Clark podcast. Who would have guessed something coming from Ryan Clark being and not ending up not being accurate? I don't know if that quote itself was kind of taken out of context, or maybe they were just saying we're going to make sure we're 100% ready to go before we go, But I'm curious, do you guys think with the Tatum return, does that make sense? If he's 80%, let's say it's 80%, right? And so, which I actually think is better than, obviously it's not better than him being 100%, but thinking about the hierarchy of this team right now and what Jaylen Brown has been doing, I don't know. I kind of like this. I kind of like this for the Celtics, especially as I start thinking of playoff best ball. I don't know how pricey they're all going to be, but I'm into it. I'm into the Celtics. I still think I would take Detroit ahead of them. I think if New York has legit been playing really good ball last couple of honestly the last month. Even though Cat's been kind of off, they haven't been 100% healthy, and they're still just stacking W's right now. So the Bing Bong boys I think are legit. I don't trust Cleveland just because I'm sorry, I don't. But I do think all of these teams, like the 76ers, if they're healthy, Toronto, I think everybody's scrappy. It's wide open. So I don't know. Awen in the chat. Oh boy. Up early for our East Coast King, Awen. Good to see you, man. So yeah, I don't know how people feel about it, but I'm excited to see Tatum back. I think it's gonna put a nice little wrinkle in the East. And even though we like to shit on the East, saying that they're not fun, they're not competitive or whatever, I think they're like OKC and Denver, and honestly San Antonio to a lesser extent, feel like the best teams far and away. But I don't know. I like again, Detroit's legit, man. Detroit's beating legit teams. The Knicks are legit. I don't know. Again, I don't think they're going to. I don't think the Celtics are winning a chip. I honestly don't think anybody in the East is winning a chip. But we saw the Pacers almost do it last year, right? All right, let's get into some of last night's games a little bit here, and then we'll get into tonight's 4-game slate. Yeah, I just wanted to poke at the West. Also, fucking Embiid, man. Joel Embiid did not play basketball last night. They're not on a back-to-back. They're not on an island game. I don't know why Embiid didn't play. I did not know why Embiid didn't play. Dude, you won 150 in the live final? Awen, let's go. I didn't realize the live final happened already. Let's go. Let's do like a mental health break for our guy. Let's do a mental health break for our guy to celebrate. This is a positive mental health break, but we'll do one so I can take a sip of water.
We can't go down this road. We can't talk about like how you need to have had sex in order to have responsibility. I just think it changes you, you know? I think it changes you.
Dude, third place in King of the Desert, man. Congrats. Portland wins this one 135-118. They ruled out Joel Embiid like a half hour before the game. As I was in bed, just chilling, having a nice night, being like, I'm probably not going to win a dog bowl seat tonight, but I have a couple of really fun Embiid teams that have Denny too, so maybe we're still live. And then Joel Embiid gets ruled out, and I turned on the show Steel on Prime, which was great. We finished it last night, 6 episodes. Had a lot of fun. Not the best thing I've ever watched, but I really enjoyed it. And so anyways, Denny's back. He looks great, man. Denny looks great. Only played 27 minutes, had 26, 10, and 8 in those minutes. The combo of Denny and Klingon sent Gumby all the way to the final, all the way to the Dog Bowl final in LA. So I get to hang out with them, but not actually be a part of the contest. But at least I'll be there. Yeah, it is, dude. It's so hard, man. This qualification, it's so hard. I feel like I've been so locked in. We've had a couple of top 10s. No dice yet. No dice. Kling Kong, though, 15 and 7 in his 28 minutes. Had a big block late that helped Gumby get there. I don't know what those guys were doing playing in the fourth quarter, but shout out Tiago Splitter helping people go on vacation. Yeah, whatever. I don't think Scoot Henderson played 20 minutes. He had 12 and 7. Scoot is looking good. For Philly, one of the funniest things here was Kelly Oubre, because he was like a top swap after Embiid got ruled out. I think he had like 3 steals and a block in the first like couple minutes of the game. He finished with 19 and 4, 6 stocks. I mean, whatever. Sixers punted this game. Maxey still played 32 minutes. This game was over. Look at the third quarter, 49-22. Nick Nurse is a minute terrorist. There's no reason to play Maxey 32 minutes in that game. He had 30 and 4 in it. Just like once you're down 49-22 in the quarter, you could sit him, bro. You could sit him. He does not need to play those games. Speaking of resting guys, look at the Utah Jazz. Honestly, I think you could have fired Eric Spoelstra last night. You could have. And I know he's an excellent coach. I'm not anti-Spo. You got to fire him, though. You can't. The Utah, even Bam Adebayo said after the game, he's like, yeah, we gotta do better trying to beat a team that, is trying to lose. It was good to see everybody freak out about the Jazz again last night. Somebody asked Will Hardy after the game if he thought about bringing Lowry back in a close game. And he was like, no, I wasn't. I mean, we don't have to ask these questions anymore, guys. We're like, we're not. If they've shown us what they're going to do, we don't have to act surprised every time Lowry Markkanen doesn't play the fourth quarter. And for like the 5th straight slate, we see Jaren Jackson Jr. Just go nuts, right? And then in the first half, and everybody's like, oh, man, with the Jazz are doing it to us again, Triple J. And like, no, he's not going to play the fourth quarter. Don't worry about it. But anyways, Utah gets this win because Miami's hilarious. They did not have Norman Powell in this game, so that's noteworthy. Bam played 37 minutes. He had 23, 11, and 5. Surely Khalil Ware's going to cook, right? 8 and 6. He fouled out in 14 minutes. What are we doing? What are we doing here? Bryce Sensabaugh will be punished for messing up the tank. I know, he's too good. Anyway, I think you're gonna get me back into Redacted. I think get me back over to those streets. I haven't done it. I've been like too locked in on Underdog. I should maybe just like sprinkle a little bit in the single entry streets and slowly working his way into there. Anyways, slowly working my way in there. I mean, how about Casper's too? I hate to give Stan Loves in the chat any credit, but Casper's cooked 7 for 12, 6 for 10 from 3. He had 20 points. But Utah, man, yeah, Jaren Jackson Jr. has looked like, I'm beginning to think Triple J wanted to be traded. I know he didn't come out and say that, but in the 2 performances he's had with Utah since being there, he's looked incredible. He's looked awesome. And anyways, 22 points in 25 minutes, knocked down a couple of threes, got to the line a few times, had a couple of steals. Collier played 34 minutes. He had 13 and 9, kept turning the ball over. Ace Bailey played 37 minutes. But again, like the Jazz have how many games left? 28 games left. Don't be surprised when this happens. You can count on these guys to play 25 minutes. You can count on the bench guys to play a little bit more. On back-to-backs is when we can really target them, because every time Utah has a back-to-back, because right now they're going out of their way saying Lowry, like Will Hardy's even said it, they're on minute restrictions, he called it. So that lays the groundwork for when Utah has a back-to-back, at least one of those guys are going to sit every time. And that's maybe when we attack the Jazz a little bit more. But it might be a stay away. It might be a stay away here for a little bit. All right, yeah, let's get back into the. I mean, I'm still going to do Underdog, but I'm down. I want to get into the FanDuel streets. Let's get into the duel. Anyways, Jazz win. That's hilarious. Let's talk about. I don't know. Are there any other good games here? We gave Cleveland some love. OKC and the Lakers. This is the Lakers are going to be the toughest thing to figure out tonight. J-Dub is back, though. Got to the line 13 times. No free throw merchant SGA, so J-Dub said, I volunteer as tribute. He had 23 in his return, 23 points in 24 minutes. Chitty bang bang with 13 and 10 and 3 stocks. My best lineup last night on the Dog app. Here, actually, let's go pull it up. My best one, I think, had Chet Holmgren. And I don't think it would have mattered. But it would have been cool for Chet to not suck, I guess is what I'm saying. Chet, right? My best lineup here got to 284. Ant with 51. Hashtag hard on with 51. Chet with 36. You jerk. Denny with 58. Black with 43. Nah with 44. I knew my best lineup was going to come from a 6th round Nah, but... No dice. Anyways, good win for OKC, doing it shorthanded. They've looked human lately with all the injuries and everything. Power Dust said, do you think they keep Shea out a bit longer, or does he get back for the 65? It sounds like they made the decision right away they were just like, oh, he's going to be out throughout the break, and that he was going to come back after the break. I bet they probably reevaluate it. Were you way overweight on J-Dub, or the other way? I kind of thought that those were the minutes we were going to see, but I don't know. He was projecting really well, and that always confused me because I was like, I thought they were going to be cautious with it. But anyways, OKC, they've it's so funny because it's like, wow, OKC really looks human, right? Looks like the Russian got cut in Rocky IV. Instead, they're 40 and 13. I mean, they're still fine. They've been so shorthanded this entire season. I guess the case against OKC you could make right now is that they're like, well, they just keep getting hurt, so surely they'll continue to get hurt in the postseason. But good win for them. They moved to 40 and 13. The Lakers here, LeBron played 36 minutes. He had 22 and 10. Austin Reeves off the bench got to 29 minutes. That's a good sign. That's a good sign for them. He had 16 and 7. No Luka in this one. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Let's just quickly go to the Beam Bros, the Kings. I tried to tell everybody. I tried to tell you. You see Russell Westbrook, and part of this is blowout, right? Part of this is blowout. Yes, we did, Borland. You are late. But yes, we did. Part of this was blowout, but I think when the Kings are shorthanded, right? No Sabonis and no Levine, no Keegan Murray, all of those guys, and they're going up against a bad team, you're going to see the minutes come way down. When they're going up against a good team like the Cavs, you can maybe rely on Russ getting closer to 30. But no one's talking about the Kings. Everybody's really upset about the Jazz, but the Kings are the same. The Kings are the same, bros. But it was, for those that were unfamiliar with the Frenchman, Maxime Renaud last night, 38 minutes, 21 points, and 19 boards. Nick Clifford played 37 minutes, but even though it was his birthday, that was not enough. He went 4 for 16 from the field, 10, 6, and 5. And then Cardwell was useful. He played 32 minutes, had 11 boards, 4 stocks. For the Pellies, man, it looked like it was going to be a big night. However, this game got out of hand. Zion had 18, 6, and 5. But I think he had 14, 5, and 5 at halftime. Didn't need to play much. Trey had 21 and 7 in his 29 minutes. Queen had 8 and 5. Bay was whatever. They cooked him. Kings are trying to lose. Orlando, hey, Franzi Wagner. Franzi Wagner made his return. This is German. Franz in the Magic win, 118-99. He played, how many minutes did Franz get to? Just 17. They said he was on an extreme minute restriction. There is no reason to rush him back. Just no reason to like get him to full, especially with the All-Star break coming. They'll just chill out on on Franz. Sorry, I'm reading the chat in real time. But Desmond Bane, he had 25 points in 31 minutes. Paolo, 11 and 9. What's going on, Paolo? Suggs continues to be a stock god. He had 5 steals and a block, 10 dimes too. Suggs continues to be the MVP of this Magic team. Don't let Paolo fool you. Suggs is their best player. When Suggs plays, the Magic win. Just go look it up, right? All of the time that like when Franz was out and Paolo was out, Orlando's still above water with Suggs. Franz is in, Paolo's out, Suggs is in, Magic good. Like if you have Suggs, everything's going to be fine. Everything is going to be fine. I'm saying too much. I can hear it. But, yeah, Orlando gets to win 4 games over $500. So a report came out yesterday. Man, I got to tell you, I'm so done with this Giannis shit. Report comes out yesterday where it's like, guys, actually, maybe I am going to play basketball. I know it makes absolutely no sense for me to come back. I should get 100% healthy because A, it means I'll be in a much better position next year. B, it means my trade value will be a lot higher in case I get another calf strain. And C, it'll make the Milwaukee Bucks draft pick much better. But instead, Giannis partners up with Kalshi, partners up with Chelsea, and then is like, maybe I will come back. Maybe I will come back and play meaningless basketball. Which I love. So I don't know. Maybe Giannis does come back. I doubt it. My bet would be against it. It's not good for anybody for him to come back and do it. They need to lose these games. If Giannis says he's going to attract talent, I know they got Cam Thomas who, hey, 1 for 5 from the field in 13 minutes, 4 points. Congrats on the talent you've attracted. But they need to get the best pick they can to either flip that to go get another star with Giannis or to just help to pair next to Giannis, to trade Giannis and get more picks. They just need the pick. Kevin Porter Jr., my best ball bags are saved. 28 and 7 in this one. Turner at 13. Miles Turner just so bad at basketball. Bobby had 10 points and then no other fucking stats in 17 minutes. Whatever. Gross game. Golden State, Memphis. Golden State 1-1. I don't. The takeaway is Ty Jerome is a hooper. He's only going to play 20 minutes a game. Look at this, man. Look at how many people played over. Kyle Anderson, 26 minutes. Coward only played 12. Gigi, 23 minutes. Wells, 26 minutes. Jerome, 20. Hendricks, 25. KCP, 22. Scottie Pippen Jr., 20. Cam Spencer, 20. Meshack, 20. And Small, 20. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 11 fucking deep, man. Memphis loses this one. I don't know. Warriors, congrats, dude. Spencer had 17 and 7. I don't know. Whatever, dude. Whatever. I hate these teams. Warriors still 4 games under over 500. They've got what's his name coming back. Steph is coming back after the All-Star break, I guess. I don't know. The buzzer beater was fun. Congrats to the Warriors there. I don't know what to take away from either of these teams. It's just, everyone's mad about the Jazz. I'm way more mad that we get to watch those games. And then, all right, one more tanking performance here. The Brooklyn Nets get a home W, their 15th win of the season. The Bulls, built different here. They're like, what if we throw a Okoro out there for 36 minutes? Anthony Simons played 34 minutes, 23, 7, and 5. But, we can rank all of the dumb things that have happened, but I think maybe the funniest thing, and I don't know if people caught this, but Colin Sexton just flipped off the rim. And yeah, he flipped off the rim. All right, here we go. Let's get it. It's a 5-second clip. Here we go. Sexton at the line. 5-point game right now.
For the game.
Sexton, not with the Family Feud and team for the game.
What?
Sexton, not.
I just. I mean. That's the realest thing ever, man. That's the realest thing ever. That's the most relatable, thing that he's ever done, dude. The most relatable thing Sexton has ever done. Just incredible stuff. The Bulls, I don't know, dude. Chicago, the best. This is the great take here. Chicago, the best city with the worst team. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good take there. DC second. I do like DC. I feel like DC's a little bit underrated. Or maybe it's properly rated. I don't know. But anyways, listen, the Bulls, you can't trust any of them. Dillingham played 22 minutes. Sexton playing 32 minutes off the bench is crazy. I don't know what they're doing. Let me look at the standings. That's a fun take here, Power Duster. Let's see. Who else sucks right now? I mean, Brooklyn. Brooklyn's awesome. But I guess does Brooklyn not count because New York has a team? Like, because I guess you just count the Knicks in there. Also, speaking of Brooklyn, can I tell you the most boring thing? I don't know if it's boring. I also can't tell if I'm in trouble with my wife or being rewarded. But yesterday, I bought one ticket. For the Zach Lowe live podcast. It's in Brooklyn. I think it's on Monday, March 16th. No, I'm pro Brooklyn, When I'm pro Brooklyn. But I bought a ticket to go see the Zach Lowe show. And I did not buy her one. I didn't even ask her about it if she wanted to go. And I told her last night that I bought a ticket. And she was like, "Oh, just one? You're going by yourself?" And I was like, "Well, I didn't want you to feel like you had to go to a basketball podcast. And this isn't going to be like, it's not like the Flagrant Ones podcast. This is Zach Lowe. This is going to be some nerdy shit probably. So I can't tell if I did her a favor or if I upset her. I don't know. It's still unclear. Not like real upset, but fake upset. But anyways, going to the Zach Lowe live show. That's kind of fun. Nice little Monday night at the Paramount in Brooklyn. Anyone, what part of Brooklyn are you in? Give me your exact address. No. I forget where you are. Kalshi banned in Mass last week. Oh, that's tough for Boston base. How much is 2 tickets? Yeah, so they with like the service fee for Ticketmaster. Actually, you know how I feel about the service ticket? The service fee on Ticketmaster. This is how I feel. About that. That's how I feel about you, Ticketmaster. It ended up being like $49 for a ticket, so double that. Double that, bro. Used to be in Billyburg and near Flatbush now. Nice. I used to live in East Williamsburg, which really was just Bushwick. But they decided to call it East Williamsburg so they could charge more right off the mess roll stop. But my wife works over in Williamsburg now. And I play softball over in McCarran. Shout out McCarran Park. I do want to move back to Brooklyn, though. I've been in Astoria we've been in Queens for 7 years. I'm kind of getting antsy to move. Have you gone to any games in New York City? I haven't been to a Knicks game yet. I haven't been to a Knicks game yet, but I've been to a Nets game. I went to that Nets Magic game that went into overtime, which was a lot of fun. I think that's the only game I've been to so far, I think. Didn't know if you remember. Oh, I remember Crank Yankers. Did I miss the other? My bad. Yeah, I do. I love McCarran. McCarran's sick. I don't think I want to live in Williamsburg when it's like Friday through Sunday, but Williamsburg Monday through Friday, sign me up. I'm also doing a much better job going to live shows. Just in general. I mentioned that Zach Lowe thing. I went to James Acaster a couple weeks ago. I'm going to see Ed Gamble at the Bell House in a couple weeks for you British dorks. I can't believe I've like really turned into what are those called? I'm not a British file, Anglophile. I forget what the fuck it's called. I'm consuming too much British content lately. But anyways, going to see Ed Gamble at Bell House. Just trying to go. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be in New York. Probably for a while. But I'm just trying to go to more live shows. While I'm here. You know. Have all the rich, although we just found out my wife's like really good friend, 2 different sets of really good friends are moving to New York. So we'll be here for a little bit longer, I think. I'm sharing a lot of personal stuff today. It is Socialist Paradise. Dude, shout out Zoran, baby. Okay, there we go, Magikarp. Yeah, I do need a good. I do need to get some for Valentine's Day. Actually, now that you say that. Anyways, all right, let's get into tonight's stuff. Speaking of New York, the Spicy P Pacers are taking on the Knicks. Look at that fat ass line, 12.5. No Mitch Rob. All right, I want to do something here. So the Pacers, this is who the Pacers have listed as questionable tonight. Our guy, Johnny Furphy with just a nasty ass injury. He's done for the year, right? They've got McConnell, Potter, Ethan Thompson, all listed as questionable. And so is, Zubats, Neesmith, McConnell, Potter, and Thompson, all listed as questionable. Now, Pacers, I believe, are on the front end of a back-to-back, right? Tomorrow night, they play the Brooklyn Nets. So this is what I envision happening tonight. I think we're going to see all of those Q tags are going to be out tonight, except for Zubats. I don't really know what to do with Zubats yet, okay? Is he going to make his debut? I don't know. But I think the Q tags sit. I think the starters play, and they play like 25 to 29 minutes, right? We saw what Siakam did against the Raptors, and which was a pretty competitive game. He did not go full. The injury ended up being, I think, an ACL tear, power duster for Furphy. But if all of those guys are going to miss that we listed, and again, Zubats is the big question mark, and we think this game blows out, the man who helped me win 4K on Sunday on Underdog, Jay Huff, I think becomes like an awesome play tonight because Carlisle kept Huff in garbage time in that Raptors game the last 2 minutes when it got away from him. They kept Huff in. And so if they're without Potter, they're without Furphy, the two guys they've been using at the 5, and no Zubats, I think we roll them out. Does the 11.5 scare you? I mean, I am a little nervous about it. Like, I don't think I want to bet this one way or the other. Okay, if you want to make an argument pro Pacers on this one, you could say, hey, listen, we know they're going to sit all their guys tomorrow to make sure they lose to Brooklyn because that's like the tank game of the year. And we know Brooklyn's going to try really hard to tank because they just by accident won a game against the Bulls. So you could say maybe the Pacers run out full because they think they're going to lose to the Knicks anyways. That's fine. You can do that. I don't think they're messing around with it. I don't think they're going to go. I don't think they're going to go full. The slate's small enough that you can still draft those guys, Nembhard and Siakam, but I'm telling you right now, I'm going to be light on both of those guys. But Jay Huff, I'm intrigued by because no Mitchell Robinson for the Knicks. OG Anunoby's questionable. So even if Huff is going against the starters, I'm not scared of Cat defense. Also, speaking of Cat, awesome matchup for Karl Anthony Towns. He's been pretty subpar. And even Brunson. Brunson went for 31 points in that game. He went for 31 points in that game against the Celtics. He still only got to 43 fantasy points. So, like, the Knicks have been a little disappointing. And if OG comes back, maybe that takes a little bit of... I think I like Cat the most. I'll get some Brunson. I'll grab Bridges, Hart, and OG late just because it's a 4-game slate, but I don't love any of it. Yeah, Huff. I think Huff is a jam. Because I think he's going to play like 30 plus. Anyways, all right, let's keep going. Clippers and the Rockets. Look at this gross ass total. We're looking at 210.5. It went up a point since this morning. Rockets are favored by 7.5. Clippers get both Isaiah Jackson and Benny Math back tonight. So I don't know how many minutes those guys are going to play. That's what I'm struggling with. I mean, Kawhi, you can make a case that Kawhi is actually the 101 ahead of Wembanyama, but I like aura and vibe a little bit better. I like people who show up for their job. All right, aspiration, Kawhi Leonard. But I think I'm doing both. I think I'm just playing both of those guys as much as I can, Kawhi and Wemby. But really like Kawhi. He's played, I think it was like 35 and 33 minutes. He played 33 plus minutes in that blowout against Minnesota over the weekend. Kawhi's minute restriction is off. They're playing a little bit faster. Kawhi looks awesome, and I know he's going to have to be dealing with like Amen Thompson, Tyree Eason, Jabari Smith. Like there's a lot of good defenders, but I still think I would take away. I'm not going to take anything away from Kawhi. So for the Clippers, I'm getting to Kawhi. I think Brook Lopez is going to, I think his minutes will come down. I think everybody's still like rock hard after the 36 minutes he played against the Kings. I think that's going to live closer to 22 to 26 tonight, maybe. I just don't know. I don't know what to do with Isaiah Jackson and Benedict Mathurin. They could use some more offense, so I'm a little bit intrigued by Benny Math, but can we get to Isaiah Jackson? I don't think so. I don't think so, but I'm not sure. On the H-Town side, on Houston, they're pretty full health. Outside of Steven Adams, Aussie, or New Zealand. Outside of Adams and Freddie Van, they got everybody else back. Reed Shepherd played a ton of minutes in his last game. That had more to do with Amin Thompson not playing. I kind of like Şengün tonight. I know the Clippers play well against the big, but again, I think if Brook Lopez's minutes go down a little bit, Isaiah Jackson minutes come up a little. I don't know. I kind of like Goon. Does Kawhi get the KD assignment? I think, and Chris Dunn on Amin Thompson. I don't know. I don't know what to do with this game. I'm just going to draft those guys at ADP and it'd be pretty boring as hell. Mavs and Suns. I missed this when it happened. Devin Booker played 32 minutes in his first game back. What? One thing to pay attention to here. Suns are favored by 8.5. They should win this game. Suns are on the front end of a back-to-back. They play OKC tomorrow. I could see them, especially if they get out early and are comfortable, seeing Book's minutes be sub 30. Mark Williams, I was so excited to jam Mark Williams tonight because if we could get him north of 30 minutes against Gafford and company, I feel like he could go absolutely nuts. But seeing that they play the Thunder tomorrow, the other thing I could see, though, is if it is a close game, those guys go full and they're like, fuck it. We need to make sure we beat the Mavs. We're not going to beat the Thunder. So, I don't know, push-pull with that. We can pay attention. Does Jalen Green is not on the injury report. He played 16 minutes. He's not playable, but with no Jalen Green, it's a nice boost to some of those other guys like Dylan Brooks, Colin Gillespie, Royce O'Neal. Even Jordan Goodwin played 27 minutes. I think that has more to do with no Grayson Allen, who is ruled out again. So we got to dig more into Phoenix. On Dallas, Cooper Flag. Also, Marvin Bagley is like weirdly useful right now. Played 24 minutes in his debut for the Mavs. Had a solid game. It allows them not to play Gafford 30 minutes, which I think Jason Kidd really tries to not play Gafford. PJ Washington played 22 minutes in his return from a concussion. I don't know if we see that go up or not. I don't know. Dallas is not fun. It's Cooper Flag and you move on. Probably. But the game of the night here, this line opened up at 7.5. Spurs are favored by 8.5. They're on the road against the Lakers. All right. We won't get this. I'm assuming they're not going to file their injury report until much later because the Lakers are on a back-to-back. LeBron has played almost every back-to-back since for the last month. I think the last time he missed one, shout out Magikarp for finding this, was the last time they played the Spurs on a back-to-back. They are at home. That's helpful. Luka missed last night's game with that injury, right? So that's 2 consecutive games I think he's missed. They also play on Thursday against Dallas. I don't know. Obviously, the spread of 8.5 here is telling us at least one of the Lakers are going to sit. Austin Reeves just got back from injury. He's only played a few games. He played 28 minutes last night. I don't know. I don't know what to do here. I think I would lean Luka out and that they come back and play Dallas on Thursday. I think the over-under is 1.5 guys missed tonight for the Lakers. And my guess would be Luka and Reeves. If I had to pick two, it's Luka and Reeves. Woke up this morning, didn't think it was going to be Braun, but I think Braun goes. It's going to be really hard, at least on Underdog. On all the other sites, you got plenty of time to make your decision, but a little tricky there. And then for the Spurs, I love everybody. Wembanyama, Castle, fresh off that 40, 12, and 12 game, right? They get to deal with the Lakers' backcourt defense, not really concerned about them. Fox, I feel like, is way too cheap today. But yeah, those are going to be the decision points, I think. Those are the big decision points. So 4 games tonight, and then we got fucking 14 games tomorrow. 14 games tomorrow. Why not play 6 tonight and then 6 on Thursday, where we only have 3 games on Thursday, instead of 14, like 10 on Monday, 14 on Wednesday? What are we doing? And I think tomorrow's another dog bowl slate. God damn. I wish they would have done a 4-game slate for a dog bowl. Now, that would have been fun, because then Jay Huff would have taken us to the promised land. All right, I think we're going to call it there. We're going to call it there, because I can feel my voice getting a little scratchy. And I've been putting off laundry the last couple of days, because it's been 4 fucking degrees in New York. So now it's like 22. I feel like I can go out in a thong and finally get some laundry done. Because that's that city boy life, man. No in unit. We're going to call it there, though. We'll be back tomorrow. Back tomorrow with more NBA Bit, Monday through Friday this week. And that's it. At some point, we'll get the 89 Cavs up and running again. But, yeah, good luck out there today. Like, subscribe. As always, too, if you're not subscribed to the Substack, can you go do that? Can you just go do that if you're not subscribed? I'm going to drop a link into today's, and then we'll get out of here. Thanks for hanging out today. Enjoy the day. Enjoy the small slate. We'll see you guys tomorrow. We are out.